Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Luman Hakim, and today we will talk about how students can increase their chances to get work after they graduate. There is 5 ways that they can work on to increase their chances. That is, first is creating a resume. When creating a resume as a college student, it is important to emphasize both your work history and your education. For a student resume, you can also demonstrate your skills and abilities by including volunteer work, internships, and other extracurricular activities. Review what to include in your resume. Tips for writing a resume that highlights your qualifications, and download a resume template you can use as a starting point for creating your resume. The second way for increasing chance to get job is think strategically or think tactically. So what specific steps can you take to be more strategic in your current role? Start by changing your mindset. If you believe that strategic thinking is only for senior executive, think again. It can and must happen at every level of the organization. It's one of the unwritten parts of all job descriptions. Ignore this fact and in your race, getting passed over a promotion or having your budget cut because your department's strategic contribution is unclear. Once you have accepted that is part of your job, focus on developing 4 key abilities that demonstrate your strategic prowess. The third way is be knowledgeable. Students study hard to get a job, but they forgot that they need to focus on soft skills. A short survey conducted among students on Ban Ki-moon Institute for Sustainable Development on Casino found that 74% of respondents believe that soft skills are very important for success in professional life after graduation, while 26% believe that hard knowledge is more essential. This survey results reflect that realities of today and they need to find a balance between learning hard and soft skills. We should bear in mind that this issue is complex. I believe that hard knowledge in a specific professional field is still highly valued in the world outside universities. Yet, you have to acquire soft skills as well. I usually suggest that devoting at least 25% of your time to learning various soft skills. The fourth way is be ready for question or be ready for the interview. There is 7 things students need to consider for they to be ready for the interview. There is first is reviewing the job description. Secondly, truly researching the company. Third, planning your journey to the interview. Fourth, thinking about what you will wear. Fifth, preparing for questions you will be asked. 6. Preparing your own question for the employer. And lastly is following up with the employer. Lastly is assess skill. As I told you in number 3, you need soft skills. But in order to increase the chance, you need an assess skills in order to compete in nowadays, because people is becoming more smart and smarter. So in order to compete with everyone, you need an extra skills to compete with them. For example, if you're a science computer student, you can learn the Microsoft Excel as an extra skills, so you can look more presentable to your employer.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Azim. So I will explain about why is it hard to get a job as a fresh graduate. First is lack of work experience. So for the first is lack of work experience. Clicking through job advertisement online make you realize some roles required at least 1 or 2 years of work experience. Students already know the importance of amazing internship experience during their college day for getting the professional experience to net that job. Second is lack of relevant skill. Second is lack of relevant skill. Employers seek specific skill when fulfilling their roles. For example, you have to be good at something to be ordered to contribute something of value to a company which is good at technology and designing skill will always be high in demand. Those with little work experience enter the job market with a few skills listed in their resume. Last but not least is lack of communication skill. For lack of communication skill, the same truth is often at the root of a lack of communication abilities. Jobs, no matter how tiny, provide excellent learning opportunity in communication. Each communication activity, whether it's chatting to a client or emailing a supervisor, requires practice to get correctly.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Fazrul bin Kamaruddin. So, last year, Human Resources Minister, which is M. Saravanan, says that the government is looking to create more job opportunities for fresh graduates who are expected to struggle for work because of the challenging economy and COVID-19. Previously, Higher Education Minister Noraini Ahmad had said about 75,000 out of the 300,000 fresh graduates were expected to encounter challenges in finding jobs within 6 months of graduation. So, what governments and universities can do to help fresh graduates increase their opportunity to get a job after graduate? In my opinion, first, the government must place a budget specialized for fresh graduates in the country's annual budget. This includes hiring incentive program and reskilling and upskilling programs for youth. The government must tackle the problem of youth unemployment through the Malaysians Work program, also known as #Malaysia Kerja, comprising initiative for graduates and youth in technical and vocational education and training, TVET courses. The program will be a stimulus package that aims to create up to 350,000 jobs over the next 5 years. For the second one, for the government, the Ministry of Education, in representing government, has to invest in planning and education strategy This education strategy is predicated on investing in quality education and training to strengthen human capital and enable people to prosper and be productive in rapidly changing economies. As we look to the future, stakeholders are considering a broad range of issues, including the skills gap, aligning curricula to labor market needs, employer or higher education, institutional linkages, digital internships, and skill mismatch. For the university, for the first one, which is the universities must recommend their students to make a SWOT analysis, identifying personal strengths and weaknesses, and the opportunities and threats in the workplace at the moment. Only then can students have a clear idea of which skills they need to improve. So the last one, the universities also need to offer courses meeting job market demand. Labor market is the place where the supply and the demand for jobs meet, with the workers or labor providing the services that employers demand. In short, this is where workers can find work that suits their skills and qualifications. Thank you.
Hello guys, this is our opinion on what government and university can do to help fresh graduates increase their opportunity to get a job after graduate. This is our opinion. This is what government can do. Financial allocation. In the term of human capital development, the increase in financial allocation, the number of institutions of higher learning is a positive indicator because it can provide greater opportunities for the population to obtain tertiary education. Graduate Career Accelerate Program (GCAP) represent the government's efforts to ensure that Malaysian graduates are fully prepared to meet the needs of today's industry. Graduate Career Accelerate Program is a joint venture initiative between the Ministry of Higher Education, Telecorps, my partner and industry partners to increase marketability of graduates. Talent Corp's main strategy is to optimize the talents and abilities of Malaysians, especially graduates. GCAP has been designed to enhance the marketability and career prospect of graduates, plus inclination of today's young Malaysians as a result of the country's rapid economic development. Graduates who successfully complete the program will be offered jobs in a variety of industries through a career program. 30% of GCAP graduates has been found jobs in reputable companies such as CIMB, Malaos, Celcom, Azaita, and several other companies. On this slide, we are talking about practical during study or after study. The importance of industrial training. First, current practical experience can be brought during for an interview in search of a permanent job. Up next, industrial training can be also open up job opportunities with companies where students undergo industrial training will scrutinize them closely so that the company can directly observe them students as their employees.
Last but not least is for the conclusion. So for the conclusion is employers in a story world of work are important function, multi-skill and multitasking personnel. Because the employment market is so demanding, candidates must do more than simply display their background and skill. Aside from that, graduates may be required to use new abilities, which will necessitate learning and relearning on the job. Employers value graduates who can transition between different tasks and those who have soft skills in addition to expertise. The most crucial thing for graduates to have in order to find a job is self-confidence, and determination to confront the difficulty of employment and, of course, to survive in the world of work. Thank you.